All right, so all right. Yeah, so it's pretty late. But I was like, I want to make sure I get a video filmed. Let me try to get a better angle here. I wanted to make sure I get a video filmed before going to bed here. So yeah, it is December 9th, 2025, and it's been a pretty decent day. I went to work. Uh I was a little late getting out of work. Like we were just about to leave, and then like we basically got an email that was like, oh hey, can you do this last thing real quick before you leave? And it just like delayed us by like getting out like 20-30 minutes later. And it's like, I don't know how it is for other people, but like I'm gonna imagine it's pretty similar, right? Like you get off work like on a weekday, it's a Tuesday. I mean, like Tuesday's like the most like mundane day, right? But you get off on a Tuesday and it's like, all right, I want to go do something fun. At least that's what I think. But like, if you want to do something fun on a Tuesday, like this stuff is pretty. It starts kind of. I don't know if early is the right word, but like it starts at like 6. Like I wanted to go to a cycle. I go to a cycle class. The cycle class was at 6 p.m. And I know I was planning to get off at 5 p.m. So I have an hour to get there. Dude, I didn't get off till 5:30. It takes like, you know, 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get there. Like I wasn't on the road till like 5:35. Like it might take 25 minutes to get there. So I'm getting there right at 6. So I'm literally like, as I'm driving, like anytime I'm at one of these long stoplights, I'm like literally like changing my shirt into, changing out of my work clothes into my workout clothes. Like I'm like trying to change my shoes like mid drive. It was absolutely bananas. Uh, it was so crazy. But we ended up making it happen. Cycle class was pretty good. Yeah, it was a good class. It was fun. It was fun, and it was fun enough. It was cool. Um, yeah, it was great. I had a good time. Good people, good time. So that was cool. And then I got off. I went and what did I do? I went to Taco Bell. I got a couple of soft tacos. They're like, because I was like, I'm not that hungry, so I just got a couple of soft tacos. That's what I used to grow up. That's what I grew up on. So like, it's definitely something I'm used to. And they're like, oh, do you want any sauce with that? I was like, dude, I already got sauce. It's like I already got sauce, so you know, uh, at the house, right? I just like have some in the fridge, like from any other times I've gone. So like, all right, I'll just use that. I need to get rid of it anyways. So I did that, and then I was listening to like I went on like a group call, like for a coaching program. Uh, yeah. I mean, well, that's really why I'm doing these videos, right? Men of Action program, Michael Sartain. He made the MOA program. And part of it is watching yourself on camera. So I'm like, yeah, let me do that. Let me do more of this, right? Filming and just watching yourself on camera. I don't know if this is the right way of doing it. One of the things he says is like doing directed camera video. Like, does this count as directed camera? Like sitting here talking into a camera? I guess. Like part of me is like, I don't know what it's like. I don't want to do something long form. Well, yes, long form, right? Not just doing something like just dumb reaction videos, right? Because like, what is it's like this idea of like being famous without being rich is just like, dude, what are you doing? Like that's like not the place you want to be in. You don't want to be super famous, but then like you can't, uh, you can't, you didn't get anything from it, or like, oh, you can't get any privacy. You can't get any more privacy than the average person, but like you're highly recognizable, right? Like it's like, maybe that's not the ideal situation, right? You can't like go out in public peacefully, um, things like that. But it's really not something the average person has to worry about. Like, come on, bro. How many people know who I am? How many people like see me like, oh, you're that guy from the video? Like, no one, dude. No one's even gonna watch this. Like this, I mean, shit. Maybe people will watch it like years later. Like if for whatever reason, like you know, if for whatever reason, I'm able to produce content that is salient. Like, so you're saying this content's not salient? I mean, not really. Like, who cares? Who's supposed to listen to me just vlog? Do like a little It's like a kind of a daily diary type of thing, right? Like, yeah, it's just literally just for the sake of uh, doing content, watching yourself on camera. That's really the main idea. But you know, the context of it is like, oh, you do it like through well, like if you do like a man on the street interviews, right, where like you're going out and interviewing people like in in public, right? It's a great way where you can kind of like see how you interact with guys and interact with girls, right? And see, do you change your behavior, if you're interacting with a girl versus a guy, right? Like, does your voice, you know, and voice inflection change? You get more giddy, right? If you're just talking to someone that you're attracted to, or versus someone that you're not attracted to, or something like that, right? So that's another great way of doing it, seeing how your body language changes and things like that. But or is it also just like being more comfortable talking and just talking, right? I mean, I don't know. Does it help with eye contact? Maybe not. Like, I don't know. Like, for me, like with eye contact, like I don't know. I try not to. Like, I don't know. Am I good at eye contact or bad at it? I don't know. Like, a lot of times I try to avoid it, in the sense of like I don't want to like I don't want it to be too intense, right? Like, I've got a habit of like, if I like make eye contact with someone while trying to talk with them, like I'll kind of get lost in their eyes type of thing, right? I'll be like, yeah, so that was the thing I was doing. That was the thing I was doing was you know what I mean? Like, I gotta kind of lose my train of thought, right? Just like you're really focusing on their eyes, which is great for connection, right? But like if you're just trying to like share some information, like hey, spit it out, bro. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's just that. I mean, hey, should you do it? Should you practice it more? Like, I mean, it's definitely good to be able to look in someone's eyes, especially if you're listening, right? Like, I've seen some memes. It's like, oh, are you like a listener or a talker, right? Or it's like, or like when the listener and the talker, like, or it's like when someone asks a listener a question and they just like give a short answer and just like immediately try to get the other person talking again. That's like exactly what I do, right? Like, I try not to share too much. Just like without anyone asking, right? Like, I'm just like, yeah, if someone asks, yeah, I'll share some information, right? But and you see it's getting late now. But yeah, a lot of times I'll just try to ask people interesting questions, ask people questions about things they're interested in, and really just try to let them talk, and it's kind of, you're doing a great service for someone else by asking them questions, trying to keep the conversation going, right? I mean, it does take two to tango, sort of a deal, right? But like, yeah, if someone is great, if someone is like, very passionate about something, and you find that thing and you ask them about it, they can just talk and talk and talk and talk, and it's really pretty cool, right? And like, like it's from that classic book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? Like, you ask people questions and they talk and talk, and then afterwards they're like, wow, that was a really great conversation. Yeah, like, you're a great conversationalist. And looking back, you didn't see, like, you barely said anything. All you did was ask them questions and just like listened intently, and they think that they had a great conversation. They think that you're a great conversationalist simply because you sat and listened to them, right? So that's pretty neat, right? But it's like, all right, if you want to network with somebody, you just go and ask them questions, and they'll sit and just talk to you all day. Well, yes, kind of, but like, some people, they're like, yeah, I'd rather do other things than just sit and talk to a person I don't know that well, right? So you either have to know this person very well, or also you kind of have to speak in a language that they understand, that they understand, right? And that actually gets people to move, right? Are you talking, dollar bills and cents, or are you just kind of talking bullshit? Are you talking about sports, or about, some some news or something like that, right? Like when you talk business or when you talk like dating or relationships or things like that, things that are a little bit more salient to people. That kind of gets their attention more and can be more engaging. I don't know. Food for thought. Anyways, that's 10 minutes. Gotta go. Peace. Peace.